Here we go.
You're tuning in to Will Love Listen. Now listen.
Hey, Celeste, how are you?
Sorry. Hi, good. How you doing?
Good. Sorry for a little bit of a delay. I booked back-to-back interviews today, which probably wasn't a good idea, but you're the last. Save the best for last.
Always. Well, you're my first because I'm on the other side of the world.
Yeah, you're technically tomorrow. So you're technically in art tomorrow. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, nothing happens. Nothing exciting happens, trust me, in the future.
So where do you live exactly? You're in Sydney?
No, I'm north of Sydney. I'm like 10 hours north of Sydney.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, a little coastal town. I actually live directly on the border of New South Wales and Queensland. So right on the beach. It's beautiful.
Nice. It sounds
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah, it's lovely up here.
I would love that. I haven't gotten down that way yet. I hear it's beautiful. I'm just scared of like the foot-sized spiders that I hear about.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, I will admit they're no fucking joke. But I think you guys think that we're just used to them. We're not. Like if I see a massive spider, I will shit myself and like run screaming. It doesn't happen everywhere. It happens in certain parts of Australia, but they're not like just walking around, and we're not on kangaroos and like wrestling sharks, which is what people think. Oh, well, some people do, but not most people.
No, people have like a little bit of a skewed view of that. I want to go there. That's like on my top places to go outside of the country.
You've got to, when you come, you have to book like a fair amount of time to be here because getting here is no joke. It's a long flight.
Yeah, from what I hear, you got to prepare yourself. I'm not the best.
Yeah,
with
you got to.
So
Oh, really?
no, like even just flying to the opposite side of the US is like a big deal for me. Like I need to get to the airport early, have a couple glasses of like wine or like whatever.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Just chill out. Yeah.
Makes you nervous. Fair enough.
Yeah. But I'm so excited to have you because I've been interviewing comedians for quite some time now. So I've written, long story short, I've been entertainment editor at Out in Jersey Magazine for quite some time. And I've had the podcast going for 3 years now. It originally started because I used to DJ in Top 40 radio. And then during the pandemic, I kind of shifted into podcasting, which was a good idea. So my number one audience, which I found out in December, when I got like analytics and looked at everything, is actually comedy listeners. So here I've been, which I love, and it kind of makes sense because I've been having more and more comedians on as like the years progress. So this year I've been having so many comedians on. I'm a huge comedy buff. I love your work. And I'm so excited that you're doing this big North American tour and you're going to be at Beacon Theater in May.
Yeah. I'm sorry, excuse me. I'm getting over being sick, which is kind of good that I got it out of the way before I hit the tour.
Yeah.
I'm really excited I played the Beacon last tour and it was so fucking fun. I love New York. I find New York audiences can be a little kind of similar to Australian audiences. You got to earn their laughs. You've got to like earn their interest. And I like that. In Australia, we're like that as well. It's like, all right, bitch, what do you got? And I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
There's other places like in LA, you walk on, people are like, that's amazing. And you just think you're a fucking superstar. But I like in New York, it's a little bit like, all right, come on, what do you got for us? And I like that. Makes me kind of step it up a bit.
Oh, that's good to hear. I'm so glad because that's the show I'm going to be going to because I live in New Jersey, like the suburbs of the city, basically, so across the bridge. But obviously I'm always covering shows in New York, so that's the one closest to me. So I can't wait for that.
Oh, great. Great. No, I'm excited for you to come. I know New Jersey, Real Housewives. Are you kidding? I know New Jersey.
Oh, so you watch all the US Housewives?
Absolutely.
Oh,
Not all of them, I must admit. I hit up Beverly Hills, New York, Atlanta, Salt Lake City, and New Jersey. Actually, I think New Jersey comes out soon, doesn't it? Which is great because that's our tour show then. That's the one that we all watch on tour.
Yes. Well, that's so funny you mentioned that. So New Jersey premieres May 5th, and you're going to be at the Beacon May 11th. So it's literally that same week.
My birthday is May 6th. I feel like it's a gift.
It is. Yeah, it is.
Oh, great. That's exciting. I'm very excited now. I mean, I was excited before to do the show, but now I'm even more excited.
And that's so funny you mentioned New Jersey because I literally just had a couple of the cast members on. So
Who? Who'd
back
you
in
have?
the fall, I had Danielle Cabral, the new one, the
Uh-huh.
blonde.
Yep.
And
Yep. She's fun.
yeah, she's fun. That was a fun one. And I just had on Jackie Goldschneider, the other blonde, the one who wrote the book. She's a lawyer.
Oh, yeah. Is she on it now?
Yeah, she's just she was a full-time housewife, I think, for like 5 years. Now she's a friend.
Now she's friend of.
Yeah.
Mm.
But from
That's
what I
right.
hear, she's actually causing more drama as a friend than as
Always.
a wife. Yeah, because she,
Always. And they probably, I mean, if it were me, if I was cast and then friend of, you better believe I'm fucking bitter and I've just got demoted, yet I've still got cameras on me. I would be absolutely causing shit.
yeah, and the paycheck's probably less too, you
Yeah,
know?
and you got less to lose. When you cast member, you're like, I don't want to be demoted to friend of. So then when you become that, you're like, I'm going to blow everything up. That would be me.
Yeah, which is so interesting because apparently she's like one of the main storylines this year. And she's kind of like badass. And I'm like, where was this energy before? Because she was a lot more reserved before.
That
But
was like Marlo on Atlanta.
yes,
Marlo was friend of for years and kind of like hilarious. And then she got main cast and she's still brilliant, but you can see she's kind of toned it down a little bit to play that main role. I'm like, no, bring
yes.
back loose Marlo, unhinged Marlo. It's my favorite.
Yeah, I love Marlo. I would love to have her on because she's a good time.
Yeah, get her on. She's great.
I've had on, that's so cool that you're a fan. That's a great way to start this. I've had on
Love
Sophie
it.
Morgan, Luann, the Countess.
Hilarious. I mean, they are the greatest.
They're
Did
a
they talk
trip.
about did they talk about them not being on the new franchise of it? Like not being on the new reboot
Yes.
of
Yeah, I spoke to both of them about it. It's like it's a weird change for them. Um, but you know, they still have like Sonia just toured doing like like comedy cabaret-ish tour. And the Countess, you know, she does her like cabaret shows. So,
Yes, she does.
and they just had that
Yes.
legacy show where they all
Yeah,
the
they got
were on an island.
yeah, they are busy, those girls. Busy. I love it.
Yeah, yeah. So that's fun. That's good to know you're a fan.
Massive fan.
But I want to get into you. We could go back to Housewives, but I really want to get into you because I want to talk all about the tour and everything, but I actually want to take it back so that so that people could learn a little bit more about your background. So I want to know, like, where did you grow up? How was life growing up for you? And how did you eventually make your way into the entertainment and comedy industry?
Um, I grew up in Australia in a town called Tweed Heads, so Terranora. It's where I've moved back to now. Beautiful little coastal town. I always danced a lot when I was a kid. I was actually, I believe in my life, meant to be a professional backup dancer for Janet Jackson. That never happened because tits. When you're a kid, you can't have tits in trying to dance. So I always kind of danced as a kid and was very loud and annoying at school and always did drama. And then what got into acting school. So I went to university to get a Bachelor of Arts
Nice.
performance, which a friend of mine said the other day is a degree in quotes. And I was like, he's a lawyer. He's an annoying lawyer.
Well,
It's
that's
like,
what
that's like a
none
degree in
of them
quotes. It's a degree in emotions. And I'm
lawyers,
not ashamed of that.
lawyers, doctors, anyone in the sciences, engineers, I feel like they don't take anything artistic seriously.
No, absolutely not. So that was a very short-lived conversation with him. Um, and so yeah, did drama school. And I've always kind of been funny. I've always found funny quite easy, but never thought that that was a kind of enough for acting. I just had it in my mind that, to be an actor, you needed to be really emotional and really dramatic and all that, which I can do, and that's fine. But I find comedy super easy. And then I got a show called All Saints here. It was a medical drama. And I was on that with, I became really good friends with a guy, Mark Priestley, brilliant actor. And he was saying to me, he's like, you're really, you should be leaning more into comedy. I was like, yeah, whatever, it doesn't matter. And I was just kind of, didn't think much of it. And then he said to me, he goes, that's really boring to me that you don't know how good you are at this and how far you could probably go with comedy. I find that really boring that you're just kind of, wiping it away and ignoring it. And I went, oh, okay. And from that moment on, I just went, okay, that's really hit a nerve with me. Why aren't I doing what I'm good at and what I really like doing? Why do I feel as though I need to fit into something else? And so I did. I just kind of lent into comedy a lot then. And then like I did, shows and everything. And then Instagram came about and I started seeing all these hilarious photos on Instagram being sold to women as the realistic way to live and body type and all the body shaming stuff. And I was like, this is bullshit. And so I started doing Instagram posts, Celeste Challenge accepted Instagram posts where I parody models and celebrities and celebrity culture and the beauty industry. And it really fucking kicked off from there for me. Like I've got millions of followers and everything now, and work has come from it, which was kind of also a bit of the goal with Instagram, to push out what it is that I do and try and just hit a bigger audience, is trying to get work really. As a funny lady trying to get work, you got to hustle. You got to Lisa Rinna that. You got to hustle.
Could you go into that? Because I believe you, and from what I've heard, like it's really difficult. I feel like it could be even more difficult for a female comic. So could you elaborate?
Yeah.
Like it's hard to make it as a comic, because like I know people that are still trying to get into comedy, and it's tough. So essentially, how did you make it? And talk about your hustle, because that's what I want to know about.
Yeah, right. Well, I think, a currency for women in the entertainment industry, it's like if you are hot, then we'll talk to you. Like straight up, if you just need to look a certain way, and then we might consider, talking to you about something. And that hasn't ever really been my currency. I look fine, but I'm not, it's not my main thing. How I look is the most least interesting thing about me. And I've always been like that, but I've always known that I'm funny and I've got talent. And so I just kind of backed myself from a young age around that and try not to get disheartened. So I remember when Instagram kind of kicked off and and this is in 2000 and, we're talking 15, like a long time ago. And I think over like doing one of my posts, I got something like 50,000 followers in 2 days. Now back then, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of followers. And I was like, all right, I'm on to something here. I know this is hitting how I want it to hit. I know it's getting a broad reach. So what I did then is I just booked a nearby theater that I love. It had 250 seats. From 3 months from that date, I just booked a space. And I'd done stand-up twice before. I opened for a friend. She was like, you're really funny. Can you open for me? And I was like, no, I don't want to do stand-up. I'm in no way a stand-up comedian. I don't know how that looks. And then she was like, look, you can just do 5 minutes and just do anything. So I scared myself into saying yes.
Yeah.
And I did that. And I was one of those assholes. It was like, do for 5 minutes and then I'll come on. I'm on there for 15 minutes. Like, I'm not fucking leaving. Like, I just loved it.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I booked this show. I just booked a space 3 months out and just scared myself into writing an hour show, like just stress wrote, which is what I'm currently doing at the moment. I just stress write shows. And did that. And it's just kind of gone really well since then, because I feel like I'm earning my stripes. I've never wanted to be, someone online, an Instagram person who then gets success. It was really important to me that I could make that transition over to the stage and to live performance and to things that I'm trained in, doing TV and film. And that's what I know. And I've never stopped kind of hustling on that. I've never stopped going, well, if you're not going to give me a job, the industry at large back there, if they're not going to get me a job, I'll get my own job. I'll book a theater. I now have an audience that, like me.
Exactly.
And I'm really grateful to my audience because, Instagram's free, right? You just pick up your phone, you can do whatever. But then when people buy tickets, they spend money and then travel to come and see me live, that's when I'm like, oh, I know I've got something here. And I still to this day, if I'm not getting work or not getting the stuff that I want to be doing, I'll just do it myself. So I'll write my own show or I'll book a tour, and that hustle never ends. I think part of me thought it would. It's like, well, I had my own Netflix show and it went really, really well. So I guess I just sit back now and wait for all those roles to come through where they probably want me to play Anne Hathaway's sister, but I can't because that's going to clash with this other film that I'm going to be doing with Melissa McCarthy. None of that fucking happens. None of that happens. You always think the cavalry is going to come, but then I've gotten to a point where I'm like, oh no, I'm my own cavalry. I'm the one that has to keep on doing it. So that hustle just never ends. And again, I think for women, it can be a little bit trickier.
Yeah, I agree. And that's such an interesting story. So it sounds like even today, it's not, you're not just sitting around letting things come to you. You still are like hustling and pursuing it. Correct me if I'm wrong. Or
Yeah,
your
absolutely.
agent at this point, probably. But
Pardon? Sorry.
for you and your agent at this point.
Yeah, and I've got like an excellent team around me as well, which I really appreciate, and they're excellent at, if I just send out a 3 a.m. text and be like, I think I'm going to go on tour, everyone's like, all right, let's go. Because what happens is the second I'm on tour, I text the same people. I go, fuck this. Who said that I should go on tour? I'm in hell. Like it always happens. I'm
Yeah.
like, get me a film, get me something so I don't have to be on tour. So they ride that very, very fun wave with me. But I also quite like the control of that as well. I quite like curating my career how I want it. I like that. I'm like, no, I'll do a tour or I'll do a show, and then I have a little bit of control around it, because you don't have any control in this industry at all. At all. There's no rhyme or reason for things, I've noticed. So I'm pretty used to building everything on my own from the ground up.
That's important. And it's honestly sounds like it's a lucky thing because like you mentioned, the entertainment industry is so like it's very micromanaged and it's censored, not literally, but it's censored in the sense of I feel like a lot of artists are limited as to what they can say or do because of whoever they're involved with not wanting them to rock the boat too much. So I think that ended up being a very good thing for you.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. And that's quite liberating as well. I mean, I have gotten calls from my managers sometimes going, please don't say that, because they're paying your check, they're signing your checks. I'm like, oh well, I said it now.
Can't take
So
it
that
back.
still happens. But that's kind of fun as well. Like I don't mind ruffling a bit of feathers every now and then.
No, it's fun. And if we're talking about social media and Instagram, when you ruffle feathers, that's really what gets the hits. So
Yeah. And it's important to do.
it is. And your point about women comedians, I've heard that from other comedians. Margaret Cho has expressed a similar sentiment as you, and Lisa Lampanelli really strongly also expressed that sentiment that she feels like it's a lot easier for like comedians who are like your stereotypical, like kind of like I don't know how to describe it because I'm going to end up describing another comedian, but you know what I mean, like your stereotypical young, like blonde or brunette. That it's easier. She felt that it's easier for them to get gigs than her, especially at the size because at the time because of her size and other things.
Right.
So, do you agree with that? It sounds like you do. Like,
Well, yeah, the tricky thing, well, the interesting thing for me though is I didn't come up in the comedy scene. I wasn't, doing 2 a.m. spots at the store, every Thursday night. I wasn't like that. As I say, trained as an actor and kind of came up that way. Um, so I haven't really known that world of trying to get a spot, but I can't because she got a spot or he got a spot. I don't really know that. I know when it comes to kind of content though, and the stuff that I talk about. I did a thing years ago now, around that time that I was, booking a theatre to do my first hour. Um, and I did RHOA Comedy Festival we have in Australia. And I was one of the finalists, and then I didn't quite get through to the grand final. And but I knew I was good. I knew what I was doing was good. I knew, and the audience fucking loved it. I'm very theatrical. I'm quite vaudevillian on stage. I like to be quite big and dramatic.
yeah,
And I knew it was hitting, but I knew it was different as well. And everyone else was a male comedian, and the guy before me was saying some hilarious jokes about walking around with his dick in his hand, and the comedian after me was talking about something about why women, why it's important that they do wear short skirts. And I was like, I understand where I'm at. And I knew that I killed, but I didn't quite make it through, which is fine. And one of the judges actually came up to me and said, brilliant. You know, you've got fucking great stage presence. You know what you're doing. You know timing better than everyone here. It's great. He said, I think maybe one of the reasons why you didn't make it through is because it might be, you might want to look at making your content a little like less female. I think that might help. And that was the first time I went, oh, wow, this does happen. These conversations do actually happen where a male comic, he wasn't even a comic, he was a washed up judge, was telling a woman to not talk about the female experience. And I thought, I hear these stories and I was like, yeah, this is tough. I did a show a few years ago and I walked into one of the dressing rooms and there's a massive photo of Bill Cosby up on the wall
Oh,
in the green
shit.
room. And I remember I
Still?
ripped it off and like put it down
Wow.
behind the toilet. I was like, this isn't fucking happening. But
No.
so when it comes to like getting spots, I don't really know that, but I know when it comes to content, it's seen as women stuff. And I love that. My comedy is for women. I just want to make women laugh. I really do.
And that's refreshing. And I'm sure like a lot of like, female fans of comedy, they see that and they feel like, oh, finally. Because it's not like
Yeah.
it's not like your typical your stereotypical humor. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and there's so many of us now, so many female comedians everywhere who are just like, we are, we know, I think we kind of know what's expected and that's fine, but I'm not kind of interested in conforming to it.
Who are some of your favorite comics in the industry?
Well, I'm a massive Tina Fey fan, Amy Poehler, Maya Rudolph. I know they're not stand-ups, but they're some of the funniest. But Melissa McCarthy, fucking hell, those women are brilliant. Um, I Catherine Ryan. Do you know Catherine Ryan? She's
I'm not
Canadian, but she lives in London. Fucking hilarious.
really.
She's so funny. Yeah, you need to watch her. You would actually really love her. Um, I love me a bit of Chelsea,
Oh,
Amy
I love
Schumer,
to
the
see.
girls. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, Ali Wong, they're all massive, big celebrity hard hitters for a reason. They're fucking great.
that's so funny you mentioned
Yeah.
them. Ali Wong, I just saw her show earlier this month, and Chelsea Handler actually came on my podcast like a year or two ago, and that was a good show. That was juicy.
Yeah, she's funny. She's like, I love Chelsea. She's brilliant.
And she'll talk shit about anything. Like I asked her about like that one dinner that she was at Jeffrey Epstein's house, and she spilled so much tea. Oh, it was good. It was good.
So good. I love that.
So, like now you've had the Netflix, ugh, I can't even talk. You had the Netflix special. You're like really big. Like I can't believe it. 9.6 million followers on Instagram. That's like you're up there. So, did you ever think that you would ascend to like this status? And how has the journey been?
No, I mean 9.6 million followers. I don't even know what that fucking number is. I don't. I, I mean, 9 of them could be bots, but I don't give a shit. Who cares? Who cares?
Yeah,
Because when people look at that and they see 9.6, they go, sure, and we just believe it, right? Like we believe anything on the internet.
that's
Um, I don't know if I kind of really thought that it's a weird thing because like I was saying before, when you look on Instagram, it's here. It's not a place. It's not, it's in the ether. It's here. So when I see those sort of numbers, I go, sure, if I have millions of views on something that I've posted an hour ago, I'm like, that's big, right? But it's not until I'm on stage and those numbers translate to life, IRL, where I know that women and men, like yeah, mainly women, have kind of bought tickets and they've bought plane fucking fares to get there and they've booked babysitters and they've got their girlfriends together and they've all got matching outfits and they're planning on getting blackout drunk, but then sober, like day drinking and then sobering up so they can come to my show. Like it's those numbers that really resonate with me when I walk out on stage and I see how many people out there. I'm like, holy shit. Wow, I'm like in Prague at the moment, and there's like hundreds or thousands of people, not hundreds of thousands, just to be clear. There's lots of people on their feet screaming. I go, oh wow, that's when it kind of hits. So seeing those numbers on a screen translate to life is fucking awesome. That's pretty cool.
That is amazing. And you do
Yeah,
big venues too, so that's impressive.
I know. It's
And then
really exciting.
did you and I think it's freaking amazing. And are you familiar with Urzila Carlson?
Ursula,
Urzila, yeah.
I'm obsessed with Urzila Carlson. I'm
Oh,
obsessed with
really?
Ursula. Actually, before when you asked me who my favorite comedians, I was like, why didn't I fucking say Ursula? And she is killing it.
She is, yeah. The reason I asked that is because you're both from down under, and she's just starting. I interviewed her recently, and she's just starting to cross over here. So
Yep.
I feel
And
like a
you
lot of
guys are so fucking lucky. You are going to die. She is so funny. If you can go and see any of her shows, go and see them. That bitch is so fucking funny.
that's so cool. I was curious if you knew each other because I just spoke to her recently, and she's from like she's from down there too. So
Yeah. Well, she lives in New Zealand, I think. Well, no, she doesn't. She lives at fucking Amy Schumer's house now in Manhattan. Like she's killing it. We've never actually met, which is weird in real life, but we talk on Insta, and we were both actually texting the other day going, it's weird that we haven't hung out in real life. And I was like, you're the best. I'm really, really pumped for her. She's so funny.
that's too funny. Yeah, she's a trip.
Yeah.
Her story is interesting. Like, um, like she grew up in the hood basically of in South Africa before she came to your neck of the woods, so to speak.
Yeah, right.
So
Yeah, no.
her
I,
childhood
I'm,
was crazy. From I
yeah,
was
right. I haven't, I'd have to dive in on that. I haven't dived in on it. I love diving into weird childhoods for people,
yeah,
especially who
me
are
too.
successful.
Yeah, it's so interesting. Like I love a story about someone who like had like a really fucked up like childhood or upbringing, and then they like so
Yeah.
that was interesting.
Trauma's hilarious.
Unfortunately, it is.
Yeah.
Now, I was so impressed when I looked at this tour and saw all of those dates. And I'm not even talking about the other countries, I'm just talking about the North American dates. You're doing like a shit ton of shows. So you're really booked and busy this year. And going back to what you said a little bit earlier about when you're stressed, you go right into like working on like your material, the scripts, etc. So what could we expect on this tour? What are some topics, some bites that you could like tell?
Well, it's interesting because I think on this tour, the North American tour, is it 25 shows? I don't know. I'm doing a lot. That is nothing compared to what I did on my last tour. My last tour was 2022. So we just come out of, you know,
Yeah.
lockdown. What was it? COVID. Great. I forgot the fucking name of the pandemic. Um,
It's
and I was
everyone
like,
forgotten.
yeah, no, I'm like, I got to go to work. I got to go to fucking work. And I did something like 80 shows in 3 months. Like stupid, like ridiculous. So there's some stories in that are coming into this new show about trying to be on tour. And I've got children and I have a husband and I live on the other side of the fucking world. So trying to, think about how I can be a better touring comedian slash mother. And I'm like, well, Beyonce and Pink can do it. So I want to do it like them. But it doesn't really work like that. So they get to bring their
Right.
kids out on stage and do it. But that doesn't really translate to comedy, does it? Like, can you imagine if I brought my 13-year-old son out on stage to talk about fucking dick jokes? It just doesn't translate. So I dive into a little bit of that. Also, the name of my tour is Backup Dancer because, as I said earlier, my main goal in life is to be a Janet Jackson backup dancer. So there's a bit of an homage to Miss Jackson because I'm obsessed with her. Yeah, so there's a lot of kind of tour talk. There's a lot of dancing
Oh, nice.
because I get really fucking sick of talking, and I'm like, I just want to. I'm like, I booked the fucking theater. I could do what I want. So
Yeah,
there
sure.
may
Yeah.
or may not be a costume change. Who knows?
Oh, I'm excited.
I'm terrified, but it'll be fun.
Now, I can't believe that you did like 80 shows in such a short amount of time period. Were you like doing two shows in one day for some of them? Because I figure that because that is a lot.
Yeah, some of them we did 2 shows in one day, and we just were like averaging 16 hours in any city. We'd get
Oof.
in, go to the theater, get in, go to the hotel, have a shower, go to the theater, tech, have dinner, go back to the theater, do a show, go home, go to bed, get up, get on a plane, go. I sound like Lady Gaga going, next club, booked,
Yeah.
bus, plane, club. That's yeah. That I hear you, Gaga. I hear you, girl.
That is intense to have a schedule like that tight where you're doing multiple shows a day and it's all crammed in within such like a short time frame. Now, how glamorous is that? Because I feel like the tour life could be either, I feel like people have a perception, like fans of artists and comedians, etc., public figures have a perception that tour life is, you're on the road, you're doing shows, and then the other time you're partying and living it up. But if you're on such like a strict regimen like that, I can't imagine that you have much time for fun. So how is tour life on the road?
Yeah, I think I would like to one day tour like the way Dave Chappelle tours. How it's just, I think it's almost seems like his show gets in the way of the fuck off party he has after it. Like that's the dream, man. That's what you want to be doing. But I am so far from that. I'm on fucking JetBlue flights across the country and then back and then like it's not glamorous. It's fun. Don't there's no complaints. Oh, there's a few complaints, but it's brutal. And I can't bring my kids with me. I used to try and bring my kids with me, but they're like, bitch, I'm sitting in a hotel room on an iPad that's flat because you forgot to bring the adapter for America and I can't charge it. So my kids are like, I'm not interested. So I try to break it up a little bit now because I'm trying to fucking do it all, right? So I'm going to come to America and I'm going to do, I think, 3.5 weeks in the first part. And then I'm flying home to Australia for 5 days because I've got some stuff to do, but also just to see my children. And then I'll fly back over and do another month or 3.5 weeks and then come back, as opposed to doing a massive, just 3-month chunk where where I'm away from them so long. They're still little and I don't want to do that.
So
Trying to be a,
oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
it's okay. There you go.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, so I take it your husband doesn't go with you on tour either. Is he home with the kids, I assume?
Well, he's going to, usually he will be with the kids, but this time he's going to come with me just for 2 weeks. We've got people having the kids just because I kind of want him there and need his help. And he's the best to fucking try. Like no one holidays or tours like my husband. No
Oh,
one.
so he likes to party it up then.
He's just like, how good's this? And he's really proud as well. Like, I see him in the wings. He's very sweet. It's just nice to have him there. And it's just me and my tour manager that go around together, who's also like my bestest friend in the whole wide world. I was actually meant to marry him, but then I found out he was gay and I was fucking furious. So my husband knows that he's Thomas's sloppy seconds. He knows that. So Thomas and I tour together. We have forever.
Yeah.
And, but I'm bringing Arpy though, my husband, on this because I need his help, especially if I'm having a costume change.
Oh yeah, sure.
I need all hands on deck.
That's awesome because I know, like, and I've spoken about this with different people I've like interviewed, like, juggling a relation. Some people find it hard to juggle a relationship while they're on the road and they're touring and they have an active career. So prior to like you like meeting him, did you find it like difficult to like meet someone that was either supportive of your career or that could handle you having such an active schedule?
Well, we've been together for 20 years. So before anyone gave a shit about who I was, he gave a shit about who I was. So that's kind of nice. It's weird when you're younger as well, I guess at drama school or uni and, doing jobs, you're like, well, I have to marry an actor. We have to have the same thoughts. We need to all sit down together and read the complete works of Shakespeare everywhere. Like, it's not how it works.
Uh,
So when I met my husband, I just fell stupidly in love instantly. I'm one of those annoying people that's just saw him and went, oh, well, now I'm fucked. I'm going to have to marry you. So it's nice having someone not in the industry as I get older. It's really nice because it's so much like this. And if both of us were in it, no, I couldn't handle it. So the consistency of our life together is a really good thing for the career that I have.
that's admirable that you guys been together so long and happy anniversary too, because especially in this day and age where like I feel like everyone's so emotionally immature to handle like a committed relationship. That's impressive. So kudos to that.
Thank you. It's no joke. I tell you, it takes fucking work. We both know that, but we're doing it. But yeah, that's part of the reason as well. I'm like, come on tour with me. Let's go. Let's go and have some fun. Our kids are fine. So, you know, trying to keep that connection is key. And we'll both be over there for his birthday and for my birthday and for our wedding anniversary. So that's fun.
Oh, nice. I'm into astrology. So what's your sign?
I'm Taurian and so is he. We're both Taurus.
Oh, nice. That's awesome. No wonder it works.
It does work, but it's also bulls. We're bulls, so we butt heads a lot and we are stubborn as shit. So that's fun.
That is true because I know a lot of Taurus. Like my mother's a Taurus. I have a lot of Taurus friends. So that's
Yeah,
interesting.
right.
Yeah, I get along with them really well. I'm a Pisces.
Oh, nice. My son's a Pisces, my youngest son.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What's the other one?
He's Cancerian.
Oh, that's good. They're both water signs, so they probably
Yeah.
get along well. Do you
Yeah,
follow
they do.
astrology?
No, no.
Uh,
And I panicked too. I was like, is he Pisces? Like I'm bad at this. My husband knows more about it than I do. I love hearing about it and learning about it, but I know nothing about it.
It is interesting. And then just recently, although I probably should not give this away because I don't want to screw myself over when I try to do it, but I recently learned that, which is kind of obvious, it makes sense, but I learned the intricateness of that you could apparently, like, astrology could really help you with anything, even like gambling. Like if you're, which I know someone who does this. I'm not really that into it, although I did wish I did it recently because I had a gut feeling on someone who was going to win. But like people who gamble on like different like events or like sports betting and some stuff, like if you know someone's chart, you could kind of figure out who's going to win. Um,
Oh,
yeah, isn't that
that's
interesting?
cool.
Yeah, I feel like I'm
That's cool
giving
and
away.
scary and and scary. It feels a little bit dangerous and it feels a little illegal.
Yeah. I mean, it's just knowledge. Knowledge helps you out. Like knowledge is power.
Okay. Yeah. Knowledge is power. Absolutely.
But yeah, I've gotten into it because just following it because it kind of could help you figure out like when's a good time to do something or to avoid something or things of that nature. Like they say during the retrogrades, like Mercury retrograde, just expect for your life to be fucked up. And Venus
Fucking retrograde. Well, I need the moon to sort itself out. I don't remember being younger
and it
and
being
going, oh, it's the moon's in retrograde. I feel as though in the last 10 years, the moon's just lost its fucking mind. And now it's like everything goes to shit. It's like, oh, the moon's in retrograde. I'm like, get the moon to get its fucking act together. Why did it start losing its shit? Had like a midlife crisis.
yeah, seriously. Well, it happens like 3 to 4 times a year and always for a 3-week period. So that's like a fucking a fourth of the year. Yeah.
It's a fourth of the year, and every bitch bleeds at that time as well. We all start, it's like fucking Kill Bill down there for all of us, and we have to try and still navigate everything. No, it drives. I think that's probably why I don't know much about astrology because I'm like, well, it pisses me off. Sort yourself out.
Yeah. It could stress you out more, so it's probably better off you don't know.
Yeah. Sometimes if I'm really, tetchy or I'm feeling it, I will text a friend of mine who's all into astrology, and I'm like, what's up? Is the moon being a bitch? Is that what it is? And she's like, yes, the moon's doing a thing. That's what's going on.
That
Mm.
is funny. Well, at least you have someone that knows it well, so you could like hit them up and be like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be in trouble if she texts back and she's like, no, everything's fine. I'm like, oh no, it's just me.
Do you find touring so much like your audience varies? Like you were speaking a little bit earlier about how the New York audience is once you could impress them, you're good to impress anybody type of deal. But like you perform everywhere, all over the world, from Australia to the US to like Europe, Asia, etc. So do you find that the audience differ dramatically?
Um, well, kind of. I wouldn't say dramatically. I will. The celebrity culture in America is big. So I find that sometimes walking out on stage, the first few minutes is me going, calm down, chill out. Like, we're good. But, it's that whole celebrity culture is massive in the States in comparison to like Australia and the UK. Australia and the UK, we have similar senses of humor. I really like playing in London and Europe and mainly in the UK, actually in Britain, because they're just fucking sarcastic and I'm really sarcastic and sarcasm just lands so well over there. I can feel the rhythm of a joke and I'm like, oh, this is going to just blow up. And I think in America, sarcasm isn't such a thing. So I kind of, yeah, I feel those differences. But overall, you know, I guess comedy is universal, isn't it? Laughter is laughter. So, and again, it's for the ladies. So it's
Yeah,
pretty great.
that's it. You made an interesting point. So you feel like the of all the places that you perform, the American audience is a little bit more like pop culture celebrity obsessed.
Yeah, I reckon there's a massive celebrity culture, yeah, in the States.
You feel like
I've
it's
just
more lax.
noticed it more. Sorry?
You feel like it's more lax everywhere else. Like they're not as like they don't look at celebrities as like idols, you know. They don't, do you feel like
Yeah, I mean they do, but maybe just not as much. I think it's again, like I was saying earlier, how people are like, all right, what do you got? So that's the same, you know, in the UK and Australia. It's like, all right, what do you got? Like you got to earn your stripes. So again, which I'm happy to do, but don't get me wrong, the positivity of Americans is so fucking delicious. If I walk out and I'm like, hi everyone, people fall on the ground laughing. I'm like, this is the best place ever. People are like, this is the best show I've ever seen. I'm like, oh, amazing. Like I'm not kind of used to that. In Australia, we have this thing called tall poppy syndrome where we just like to kind of cut people down. If you get too big or too successful, we're like, oi, and we try to make sure we bring you back down to ground. In America, I eat it up because I just skip around the stage and people think it's the best thing in the world. So that's always fun.
that is fun. And it's kind of cool that you guys like give a reality check. That's needed more here, to be honest, where it's like, hey, like pull yourself down a little bit. So
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. Yeah. We're good at that.
And now on this tour, are you going to be doing like meet and greets?
Yes. I do a meet and greet. I'm going to do it before the shows this time. I usually do it after, but it's better to do it before. Say hi to people before I run amok on stage.
Yeah, that is fun. Plus, you know, when you do it before, you could kind of get acquainted with the audience. You could kind of be like, kind of be familiar with, oh, this one's uptight, this one's the drunk, this one's the
Yeah.
crazy one. So it's
Yeah.
kind of cool that you get to do that because if you want, you could sort of pick on them and make on the spot jokes, you know, roast them.
Definitely. Definitely. Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to as well. But you know, if they're loud, I'll be like, bitch, I remember you from the meet and greet. You know, it's fun to kind of do that stuff. It's also when I did the meet and greets after the show, when I was meeting people, I was like, oh, hi, friends. Like it's cool to say hi. I wish I kind of knew you guys before I did the show. So I wanted to just switch it up and, see if it works that way.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. And plus, like I said, like you could sort of integrate some personalities into the show if you want.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be fun.
Is there anywhere that you're looking forward to going to most while on this tour?
Oh, I do. New York. I love the Beacon. I like it still blows my mind when I'm like staying in New York and I'm walking to work at the Beacon Theatre. Like, what the fuck? That still absolutely blows my mind. I'm like, what is this life? I'm really excited for that. I'm doing Netflix as a joke. Opening that on opening night of the festival on the 2nd of May in LA, which I'm looking forward to as well. That's going to be fun. It's just going to be
Congratulations.
a real vibe. I love Seattle as well. I love playing in Seattle. I love playing Chicago, all the big cities, San Francisco. Um, yeah, so it's going to be fun.
I wish I could go to that Netflix special. If I was in, that's like right up my alley.
Yeah.
Netflix,
Oh, yeah. Right. You should totally go over.
I know, yeah. I just have a few glasses of wine before the flight.
I was going to say, oh, yeah, drive. Maybe leave now. You might get there in time.
Yeah, true. That's sounds fun. Like, could talk a little bit about that?
About Netflix, the joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, it came about a few months ago actually, that's going to be the first show I do on my tour. And actually the first time I ever do the show, like I'm not getting up and doing it. Like I don't do test audiences or anything again, because I'm not, a stand-up by nature. Look at it more like a one-woman show. So I'll rehearse it, and then opening night go on. So yeah, I'm really pumped for that. I'm really pumped to be at the festival with everyone, and I'm going to try and see a few other shows. But actually, that's a big fat fucking lie. I can't do that because I go straight to San Diego the next night or 2 nights later, so I can't do it. But yeah, it's going to be cool. Jerry Seinfeld's playing that night as well. So I'm like, anyone who isn't going to see him, can you please get tickets and come and see me?
Yeah, right. That sounds like that's like right up my alley because you're gonna be there, Jerry. Like all the greats are gonna be there.
Everyone, everyone's there. Yeah, it's going to be huge. Urzula's got a show as well there.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, yeah, it's going to be
I think
fun.
I think Margaret's gonna be there too, right? Margaret show.
Um, maybe Ali's playing, Chelsea's playing. Who else is playing?
Is Nikki Glazer
Wanda
doing that?
Sykes.
Oh, Wanda. Okay, cool. Wow.
Schumer's not, but
That's
Nick
a
Kroll. Nick Kroll's got a show.
that's awesome.
Yeah, yeah, it's going to be fucking massive. I
Yeah, that
think
is gonna be
Kevin
massive.
Hart, like, yeah, everyone.
Oh man, they need to start doing that like more frequently because that's like so many to choose from. I hope things aren't timed at the same
Well,
time, but it's
this
like
is
you
the
can't help
tricky
it. Yeah.
thing. It's like any festival, right? You like, I don't usually do festivals because it can be hard to sell. It's like there's 300 comics on tonight, all at 7 o'clock, all over the city. And you're like, fuck, how am I going to try and sell a show opposite Seinfeld? But I mean, but the bigger picture is it's a huge comedy festival, so it's great for people. They can go in and out of shows all the time. There's so much going on. But as someone in it, as someone, an artist who's trying to sell tickets to your show, you're like, wow, it can be tricky.
But this is like iconic. This is the Coachella of comedy. It really is the Coachella of
Absolutely.
comedy.
Yeah, there's no complaints here. Trust me. I don't care if I play to 14 people. I'll be like, look at us. It'll be exciting.
Now, what other project? I know you have your hands full, but are there any other projects that you have in the works or anything that like you're experimenting with currently?
Yeah, I've got a few little bits and pieces happening. I did a film last year that should be coming out soon, an Australian film called Runt, which was super fun to do. I'm doing something in a few months. It's a bit of a pivot on what I do now. I'm going to be really annoying and not give you any information on it, but just dangle this massive carrot. Um, it's something that I think is going to be, well, I know it's really exciting. Like I'm fucking loving working on it. And I think when it happens, people, especially my audience, are going to be like, oh, that's smart. Okay, yep, she's nailed that. So it's a little bit of a pivot out of performing. But I think it's gonna kill. So, and I'm writing shows, writing some TV shows, doing some collaborations and
Oh,
trying to
no.
write some films. And yeah, I'm just trying to keep it ticking over until, those massive scripts just come in where they're like, we have to have her. But apart from that, just, ticking along. But at the moment, I am just tits deep in this show, in this tour, just wanting to get it schmick, like excellent
That's awesome
to
that you
take it
do
out.
like behind the scenes work, like you're writing scripts, you're doing it
Oh yeah,
all.
have to. You just kind of have to. You got to keep it ticking over or it'll dry up.
Now, this big project that you can't give me any information on, I'm going to ask about it. Could
I
you
know.
say
It's
at
so
least
annoying.
what form of media it is? Like, are we talking TV, movie, radio?
No, yes, no, yeah. Like, no, it's a pivot. It's something that I'm like for my audience that I'm really, I'm sorry, annoying. And
I'm
you know
sorry.
what? Why don't I just lie? Ask me that again. Say, what is it, TV or film? Ask me that again.
Is it TV or film?
I'm going to be in a Marvel film. That's what it is. That's
Get
a
the fuck
lie.
out. Oh,
Lie. No, I was lying. I was just trying to give you something. Imagine. Oh, Jesus. I was in a
I
fucking
could
Marvel
see
film.
that though. I could see that, honestly.
If I was in a Marvel film, I'd be like, you can't tell me until the day I shoot, because I will tell every bastard. I don't care what I've signed. I will be telling every bitch that bullied me at school. I'd be straight on that
Yeah.
fucking Facebook page. Like everyone. So no, sorry, darling. I'm not. I wish.
You know, I'm gonna post this clip and I'm gonna on Instagram and I'm gonna put a question and be like, what do you guys think the secret project is?
Yeah. And then post the part where I say it's a Marvel film and then write liar across it.
Oh, I will, and I'll tag you too.
Yeah, that's fine. Do you know what? I'm hosting though. I think I can talk about it. Not a big deal. Hosting the Daily Front Row Awards, the LA Fashion Awards next week,
Ooh,
which will
congrats.
be fun. I did it in 2019,
How do you
and
like that experience? Like hosting?
I love it. Oh, I love it. It's so fun. It's so fun to be in those sort of rooms. Well, yeah, I remember I did it in 2019, and Lady Gaga was there, and that was just fucking life changing. Um, it was great. And then so I did the thing. And then after it, her manager came up to me because I hosted it. So,
Yeah.
her manager came up to me and said, "Hi, Lady Gaga loves you. She's just outside in the courtyard. And she was wondering if you want to come out and kind of hang out." And I had Thomas, my gay best friend, who's also my tour manager, Brad, my hairstylist, and just like a handful of other people. And I just felt them all latch onto me. And they were like, "You don't fucking go to Gaga without us." And I said to her manager, "I got a gaggle of gays with me, and there's no way I can fucking go out there without them. Is it okay if they come out?" And they were like, "Sure." We all toddled out and it
I
was so
love
much
that.
fun. But I felt Brad, my hairstylist, like actually hold my weave, like grab it. And he's like, "You aren't fucking going to her without us." And I was like, "Oh shit." So yeah, it was really cool. She's not going to be there this year, but I'll have some fun.
How was that experience? Like, how was she? Like, once you got to meet her? Now, it's
Oh,
like,
fabulous. Fabulous. And just like awesome. And as intense as you want her to be. It wasn't that situation where you get there and she's like, "Oh, what," it's not put on. It was lovely. And she was just fun and great and thought I was hilarious. At one point I said something and she fell on the ground laughing. And I'm like, "I have won tonight. I have won
really
this
good.
night." No, it was awesome. It was so great. And I think we were talking about, she saw the collaboration that Tom Ford and I did the year earlier, and she was like, "I'm dying. I love this." So, yeah, it was awesome.
That's fucking amazing. So
Mm.
and she's like, once Lady Gaga's a fan of you, you're like
Oh,
all
she's Gaga.
good.
I was Gaga for Gaga. Don't get me wrong. I'm obsessed with her. I love her.
Wow. Did you go to the last tour? Any of her tours?
No, I haven't seen her live.
Are you a concert person?
I am a concert person, but they don't fucking come here. I mean, Taylor Swift came here, but Beyonce didn't bring the Renaissance tour here. We had Harry Styles, sure, Pink came, but we don't like those massive, massive ones. We don't always get. I was hoping that we would get a bit of Renaissance, but didn't happen.
I'm surprised. I'm shocked, actually.
We are so far away. That is spoken like someone who's never come to Australia. We are so fucking far away here. It's a lot.
Wow. Well,
Mm,
they need to get on that. These artists need to get on that.
absolutely. Let's start a petition.
But Lady Gaga loving you, that is a great way to end the interview.
Oh,
Um, it's been a pleasure speaking to you. I can't believe like an hour has gone by. Like this has been like so fun.
I
Um,
feel like we should have wine and just be chatting.
I know sometimes I do because the introduction of my podcast has like a champagne bottle being popped. So sometimes I have wine here with my guests, but today I was on my best behavior.
And it's 9 a.m. here. I mean, it wouldn't be the
True,
first time, but
true.
and I've got to go and do rehearsal, so I don't think I should do that. Actually, fuck that. I should do that, all of that drunk.
Yeah, you
Let's
should.
start again.
The day
Yeah,
would definitely be entertaining, that's for sure. So,
yeah, yeah.
oh man, so you have to come back. This was great. I had so much fun speaking with you,
Thanks so
and
much. Well, it was
everyone better
lovely.
go. Everyone has to watching, listening, whatever it be. Everyone has to go to the show because there's going to be a show
Gotta
somewhere
come.
in the area to go to.
Yes, there's 11 billion fucking shows that I'm doing, so I would love you all to come along to it. And it's fun. We're gonna have fun. Fun is
Yeah,
key.
I can't wait, and hopefully I'll meet you that night at the Beacon.
Please come. Absolutely, please come along. Well, yeah, we'll set you up some tickets for sure. Come along.
Thank you, thanks, I appreciate it.
course.
All right. Well, this was so much fun. I'll let you go. And I'm glad you got to start your day with me. So
I'm
cheers.
glad I started my day with you as well, Will. Thanks so much. Cheers. Cheers. Bye.